Elevation.
Hi everyone, and welcome to this celebration of a fantastic season which has seen the return of the Rangers with these two magnificent triumphs. Yes, it's been a year to remember in so many ways. Here's what you've got to look forward to in the next 2 hours. Relive every scoring moment as we bring you all the SPL and European goals, plus the strikes that won the silverware. Tune in to the comeback men, Peter Levenkrans and Christian Erlinger, as they choose their favourite moments. Enjoy a marvellous night in history as we introduce the latest entrants into the Rangers Hall of Fame. And to top it all off, an exclusive interview with the gaffer on his first thrilling season in charge of the Light Blues and his vision for the future. Well, I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are too. Well, first up, it's every goal from every game in the SPL to the end of 2001. So sit back and enjoy some spectacular action.
Superbly well. Very much like the chance and the opportunity that he converted the other night in Europe, which he did with his right foot. This time it was the left foot, cunningly set back for him. There wasn't much of a target to see with such a cluster of players around him. And that's as neat a goal as he's ever scored. Latterby did that very well, hooking it through the middle. Here's Caniggia, lovely ball. Kenny Miller should have gone in further. Here's Caniggia with it. Penalty kick. Caniggia brought down as he went for it. Russell Latterby to take this. So Rangers are leading by 2 goals to 0, and he scores his first competitive goal for his new club and seems to have enjoyed it. Here's Latterby now on towards Miller. It's a good ball. In it goes Caniggia! 3-0 for Rangers. Brilliant move by the 2 front runners. And the Rangers support ecstatic about that wonderful swirling move. There's the pace of Miller. Perfection with the pass, and Caniggia, with his class, doesn't miss these. Absolutely delighted with the manner of the goal, quite apart from getting another one for his club.
Stephen Hughes is there, and Arthur Newman. Nicholson just moving to the right of the wall. Dougie McDonald happy with the distance. Newman going over it. Here's Latterby into the net! Oh! Russell Latterby opens the scoring, and Rittenbeck never moved. 1-0 Rangers, and as sweet a finish. Well, he goes over to the other side, and Latterby puts it in the opposite direction. Lovely finish, curling away here. And here they come again, Bert Konteman. Moles letting it run, sorry, 100 Flo. Flo coming away, driving it in. 2-0 Rangers, and again Rittenbeck motionless as the ball ends up in the back of the net. Well, it looked as if Dunfermline were organised up until a little bit of trickery from Flo, but the Dunfermline keeper, his legs like cement, unable to stop that shot going into the net. And Rangers have a second goal, and for Flo, it's goal number 4 of the season. Latterby. Konteman's there! 3-0. 3 in the box. Not one man challenging. And if I was talking about a team with a defiant call, there is a man with a defiant message to some of the people who just don't fancy him. Bert Konteman, nobody there with him. Just has to pick a spot. Newman and Latterby, is this something from the training ground? Latterby letting it go, Konteman, oh! Putting them to the sword, and a smile of contentment. Bert Konteman with his second of the afternoon. Rangers 4-1 up. Losing a man, giving away a free kick in a dangerous area. And yet again, Marco Rittenbeck beaten to his right-hand side. Looking on as Rangers reign supreme in the Kingdom of Five.
Wilson on by Moles, and it skipped away from Sosie, but here's Konteman. Newman. Latterby. Into the feet of Flo. Rayner sets it up for Stephen Hughes, and it's gone in. And Stephen Hughes given a run in the side by Dick Advocaat, and he's certainly taken the opportunity, and Rangers are level.
Yeah, just outfoxed by the deflection here, Nick Colgan. Rayner could have taken it himself. A wicked deflection there off Matthias Jack. Nick Colgan, you'll see, clearly wrong-footed, going across his right-hand post. And Alex McLeish will feel that's a cruel bit of luck given the way his side have performed so far. Either way, Rangers right back in it.
Latterby sends it right in there. and it came to Rickson. The bounce seemed to catch him out. Not probably on his favoured foot either. And onside, Flo held back, penalty. Oh, it's a goal anyway. Tore-Andre Flo turns it round for Rangers, and they lead 2-1.
Oh, it's a terrific advantage by John Underhill, because like you, I thought he was going to pull it back here. A clear tuck here on Tore-Andre Flo by Paul Fennick. Good advantage by John Underhill. First time really that Hibs have been opened up in the match here. And he just manages to find the inside of the post.
Vidmar. Moles, lovely turn by Moles, that's it! Superbly finished. As I said, he's had a rather austere afternoon, finding it difficult to get away from his opponents, and the first time he does it, he puts it in the back of the net. 24 minutes gone. And this is the Michael Moles we knew when he first came to Ibrox. Good poise, wonderful swerve, and an excellent finish. Here's McCann. That's a better ball forward. Here's Caniggia. Caniggia with it, cuts it the wrong way. And there's an excellent goal. Rickson. Well, it looked as if they had squandered that opportunity, and that delighted him. He was out of the bench quickly. Very good movement. Caniggia given far too much latitude. He was well onside. Now he cut it back. At first I thought a little bit too much, but look at the alertness of Rickson coming up here. Second goal in consecutive games. And Rangers are 2 up halfway through the second half.
Hearts have the lead. Rickson bearing down in goal. Here's Tore-Andre Flo getting the break of the ball. And again, he's held up by good defending by Hearts. Newman, he does well. Putting it back there. Latapi! Oh, it's in! What a goal by Russell Latapi! Seemed to take an eternity there. Aided by the post. Rangers are level. Good work by Arthur Newman. Just going down towards the byline, and the cutback. Latapi's just peeled away. He's got time, and he just picks his spot. Rangers, 15 minutes gone, are now back in the match. Kanchelskis into the path of Latapi. Here's Flo with an opportunity. It's in there. 2-1 to Rangers. Tore-Andre Flo. Goal number 6 of his season. Well, despite his critics, he keeps on getting into the positions, and it looked as if it just took a slight touch off Stephen Pressley, and that touch, I think, may well have helped it to its intended target. It looked as if it was going by, and Presley's touch takes it away from Niemi and directs the ball into the goal, and Rangers are in front.
Here's Latapi. Ross making attack. Latapi, lovely little ball through, and it's in there this time. The long legs of Flo puts Rangers 1 up. He had to have full extension to do that from a run by Boris Latapi. This man has threatened all afternoon. As I said earlier on, he had a real appetite for the game. Little chip across there. Out to Flo it is. Tries to place it to the side and loses the ball again rather easily. Newman trying to go and put it. Here's Latapi. It's touched in, it's there. De Boer, I think, getting the final touch. And again, Motherwell impaled on their own mistake, giving the ball away recklessly. Good interception by Newman to set Latapi off, and it required the finest little touch there. That was intelligently finished by Ronald De Boer. Supporters were counting out the steps there for the referee. Driven in low, it's in. It may well have been Flo who got the final touch. It trundled through all the legs. Well, that sums up this game this afternoon. Not a glorious goal, not a spectacular one. We might be able to discern a little better from there. Oh yes, that's Caniggia who got the little touch through the legs.
Away goes Flo, slip up there by Dundee United. Oh, it's a good goal, would you believe it? Jamie Buchan in a nightmare start. Inside the first 2 minutes. He can only look back in frustration. Well, the slip up initially allows Tore Andre Flo in. It's a good ball across a dangerous area. McCann was there, but Buchan touches it into the net and gives Rangers the perfect start in this match. De Boer, McCann, Konterman. Konterman, Latapi, steering it into the path of De Boer. There's an opportunity, it's off the post, Flo! 2-1 Rangers! And I'm sure Tore Andre Flo, like any striker, loves chances like that. De Boer looked as if he was the man to score. Eventually, fortune favoured Flo. And as I stated in the first half, what more do the Rangers fans want from Tore Andre Flo? He just keeps scoring. McCann just trying to shield it from Easton. He gets away from him, gets across in there, a fling! Oh, that's in the net, a wonderful goal! Ronald De Boer with a touch of class. I mentioned if Rangers got another one, that would be it. All over, and I think that wraps up the 3 points. That is magnificent. Look at the flick, deceiving everyone, including Gallagher. That is something you just want to see again and again from any player, and Ronald De Boer, just a delicate flick away. 3-1. Konterman. Sweeping a good ball in there! Number 4, Tore Andre Flo. And again, that's really down to some lapse defending. Konterman, it was a lovely ball in. It required a United defender to get it away and attack it, but Flo took full advantage, sticking his foot out there and directing it into the nets. And it really is game over here at Tannadice. Lovenkrands just taking a man away, and Latapi, dangerous from here. Oh, lovely pass in there, Flo's onside. Is this the hat-trick? It is! Tore Andre Flo. Lovely play, guiding it away from Gallagher. And the roof has fallen in on Dundee United, and this man has put them to the sword. Great skill again, great finishing, and goal number 10 of the season for Flo. Rickson. The referee's whistle any minute now should finish this match. Oh, McCann gets a break, he will finish it! 6-1, the route is complete. A smile of satisfaction from Neil McCann, but really insult to injury. The break of the ball favouring Rangers, and McCann wasted no time dispatching the ball into the back of the net. And the whistle can't come soon enough for Dundee United.
Slick stuff from Rangers in central midfield. Rickson with Caniggia up ahead of him. And Arveladze scores again. 9 minutes gone. His first SPL goal. And that's 3 in 2. What a start for Shota Arveladze. Rickson and Caniggia involved in the setup. And Kilmarnock will be disappointed that they were caught out by this, but it was certainly sharp stuff from 8 yards out from Arveladze. It didn't cost much more than £2 million, and he might turn out to be a real bargain for the Advocates. Klanman to Canero. First time ball in. Dargo got his head to it. Hesitation between Moore and Rickson. Arveladze, here's a chance. Caniggia, surely this time. It's number 2. And Claudio Caniggia finally scores his 4th goal for Rangers. His first 3 came in Rangers' first 3 games of the season. He's only started 2 of the last 10 games. Now he's back and on the mark. A cultured finish this. Totally composed as Gordon Marshall came off his line, trundling into the back of the net. And Rangers get really what they deserve from this first half, showing a second goal 5 minutes from the half-time whistle. It's 2-0. Great touch from Arveladze. It releases Newman. Up ahead of him, Flo and Caniggia. And Arveladze again. Now Flo. Strong enough, skillful enough, good enough. 3-0. 7.5 minutes into the second half. Rangers move further clear. Superb build-up here. So much to admire in what happened ahead of Flo's involvement. Then it was down to strength to hold off Innes. And that ability to score goals, his 11th of the season. Often criticised, Tore Andre Flo, but his goals for games ratio has to be admired. And this was top-class finishing. It's 3-0 Rangers, and the match now is surely out of Kilmarnock's reach.
Rickson picking out Caniggia, lovely ball by Rickson. Caniggia is in here, putting it back. Here's an opportunity. Reina, 1-0. It's been coming for the last 10 minutes. Rangers turning the screw, and eventually Claudio Reina puts the ball in the back of the net. Lovely ball by Rickson. Caniggia battling there, and then it opened up for Claudio Reina to pick his spot. Wonderful move. Rickson has had so much time on the right flank, but Caniggia providing the ammunition, and there was Claudio Reina to give Rangers the lead after 23 minutes. Reina opens up again. Caniggia, time to turn. Rickson, Caniggia on overlap again. Now here's an opportunity. Bit across, and this time Flo. There's Arveladze. Could have been number 2. It is Reina. That could be game over. Claudio Reina, 2nd of the night, his 2nd of the season. And the delight on his face, but once again down the right-hand side, Rickson and Caniggia linking up. They delivered the first goal, they also delivered the second. Arveladze unlucky, but Reina confident enough to drive it home. If the first one was calm and assured, the second one was more deliberate, ramming the ball into the back of the net.
Reina with it. There's ball. Everybody back. Ferguson driving it in. Onside and almost in, yes! Arveladze, I think, gets the credit for it. There was a bit of a ricochet. There were so many players in, but like any striker, he's eager to claim the credit for it. Beautiful little flick forward. And this is the ball, the telling ball by Caniggia, and yes, very intelligent goal at the near post there by Arveladze. That should be cut off, and is. Here's Flo with a chance, still going for it, and he's done it. These long legs of his, a huge asset, because at first I thought he might just have pushed that too far ahead of himself, Neatly put away by Reina. Knocks the ball well in front of him there. And then nicks it beyond the goalkeeper. Caniggia himself coming across for this. Lot of curve there. Amoruso gets it down and in again. Flow again. Now he has scored 16 times this season, delighting the Rangers support. Whatever the criticism levelled at this man for a apparent lack of appetite, especially outside the penalty area, inside it, given half a chance like this, he is absolutely deadly. Flow. Caniggia. Ferguson. Arveladze. Wrexham. That's towards Arveladze. Yes, he's done it. Well, he did a little somersault there, which I don't think would have got him more than 3.5 by gymnastic judges, but by football judges. Oh, I think 9 out of 10 for this one. Dibu. That's a better ball to Caniggia. And that must be yes. Peter Lovercrantz pulls one back for Rangers. Good move on the right-hand side. And about 15 minutes left. Rangers give themselves a little chance. In he came using his pace. A very, very good play initially by Caniggia. And it was the sheer pace of this man scoring Rangers' first goal against Celtic since last November. Now 2-1. Latapi, look at all the passes they play here. Latapi going in after it. He's still there. There's no offside, it's there. Took up position well to Burr. Brilliant run by Latapi. Quite clearly the Hearts defence didn't know what Latapi was about to do. De Boer did. Kept in the right position, kept onside, right on the margin. They looked across to the linesman, no flag, 1 goal. There's Caniggia trying to go through the middle, plays it wide again. Here's Ronald de Boer. Is he going in for it himself? Latapi is there. He looked up very deliberately and placed it well, although I think there would have been a deflection. Good play by De Boer again. He's playing superbly well for Rangers today. But that's where he intended the ball to go, away to the goalkeeper's right. And again, it's this Dutch player here intelligently opening it up to Latapi, thundering up there. And Niemi could do nothing about it. Here's a break. Vedmar looking for a little bit of support, still going strong. On to Caniggia. Little 1-2. Caniggia, can he put it away? It is. Arveladze follows up a classical sucker punch there, with Rangers initially under the cosh. Wonderful break by Vedmar, the big Australian taking it onto Caniggia. And look at this delightful little 1-2. Now Caniggia in one-on-ones recently hasn't been all that great, but he was given support. And the support came from Arveladze. He was intelligent enough to know that it might have come back off the goalkeeper. It did. And he popped it in.
There's Latapi. Kontumen. Space out here for Rickson. Driving it in there. Good ball in by Rickson. Oh, it comes across here. Arveladze! 1-1. Rangers back in the game. Shota Arveladze. And that's a relief for Alex McLeish. Arveladze Arveladze with goal number 9 of his season. And you need a little bit of luck. He got the break of the ball. There was a little bit of a holding job from Carl Rennie on Sean Arveladze, but the Rangers striker did really well. Just held him off and managed to get his foot round. It's Neil McCann. Now, what can he offer from the corner? In it goes. Oh, there's a mistake outside the net! Rangers 2-1 in front, and Neil McCann receives the applause, but I wonder if maybe there was a slight touch there directly into the back of the net. I'm sure Neil McCann will try and claim it, and it looks as if just the slightest of touches from David Kelly. Over it comes. It has to be said, the Motherwell keeper flapped at it, and it's the slightest of touches from David Kelly sends it goalward.
Here's De Boer, brilliant turn by De Boer. Arveladze should get it, and he does. Arveladze, in and go. He does it. Cleanly taken by the Georgian. Dundee United had pushed forward, left themselves vulnerable on that right-hand side of their defence. He had a long way to run. Now, I've seen him on one-on-ones at Ibrox before that he has missed. This time he made absolutely sure. I think perhaps deceiving the goalkeeper, who might have felt he was going to play it wider to his left. Got his Amoruso. And on his return from suspension, the big fella leaps up there with delight. A simple goal, but very effective. And he comes across to the new management team and gives them both a hug, as if to say, welcome, and maybe you'll make me captain after that. The Rangers support right behind that goal, rising to the man who gives them encouragement again. After going a bit flat, they're back in the lead. There's a run by Rickson. Here's Arveladze's onside. Arveladze going in, and that's it. Tremendous. A second for Arveladze. Running the full length of the field again. He had the option of maybe putting it inside to Rickson, who I think was impeded in any case. He decided it's Mabo. Nice little clip inside by Kanija. De Boer, can he control it? Moles, he's done it! Beautiful goal by Moles. Oh, what a move by Rangers there. 3 telling passes. And a significant thing about Moles at the end is how composed he is. Brilliant ball inside there to Moles. He didn't hesitate. No blasting it. Done almost like as if he had a slide rule to measure the place and the angle. And the supporters at the back, ecstatic that this man, whose name, as it was announced, got one of the biggest cheers I've heard in the stadium for some time.
Absolutely brilliant. But they weren't the only goals scored in the first half of the season. There were some magic moments in a European campaign which, for the first time in almost a decade, stretched to the new year. It was a journey which re-established Rangers' pedigree before narrowly losing out to the UEFA Cup eventual winners, Feyenoord. Here's all the Euro goals.
Caniggia puts his foot in the ball, gets some time. Ferguson's pass almost through to McCann. It is now. Trying to curl in the cross beyond Schnoffel. Good play from McCann. Tremendous link up. Still Neil McCann! And Tore-André Flo equalises. Brilliant goal. And it's all down to Neil McCann.
Oh, what a wonderful substitution, Rob. Fantastic. Great feat by Neil McCann here again. Wonderful. I thought he was going to cross it initially. Lovely 1-2 with Caniggia. Lifts his head. Perfect pass, and Tore-André Flo just knocks it into an empty net. Lovely turn of pace. Lovely 1-2 again. Sees the pass straight across, and it's the equalising goal for Rangers.
And Tore-André Flo had a little glance across at the linesman on the far side, hoping that he wasn't offside at the end of all this wonderful build-up involving McCann and Caniggia. And it's a third goal in the tie for Tore-André Flo. 2 in Slovenia, 1 at Ibrox, 1-1, and now it's 4-1 overall. Target man Flo. Neat touch with the outside of his right boot as well. Vidmar, Caniggia, almost for Flo, leaves it to Hughes. Caniggia again, caressing the ball in his boot. And shifted out wide for Rickson. Little burst of pace. Stephen Hughes almost in. Caniggia is. It's number 2 for Rangers on the night. 2-1. And Caniggia's second competitive goal for Rangers. Scored at Pittodrie on Saturday. And that one now is Rangers on easy street.
Yeah, it's the touch by Rickson to eliminate the wider player that sets it up. Lovely run by young Stephen Hughes. Good block by the goalkeeper, but ever the predator. Caniggia's there to knock it home.
So 2-1 on the night at Ibrox. And now 5-1 is Rangers' overall advantage. No doubt who's advancing to the next qualifying round, leading towards the Champions League. Rickson. Flo. Caniggia. He's done it again. Another outstanding performance from Claudio Caniggia. The Flo-Caniggia partnership gets better and better.
Oh, Caniggia is an outstanding player, Rob, no question about it. He's industrious, he's got a wonderful touch. He sees things so quickly, he's so sharp, and he's an absolutely clinical finisher, as we see here. Steps over it, wonderful touch from Flo, and that's a top-class finish. What a wonderful player.
Never much doubt as to what was coming as the ball landed at the feet of Caniggia. Siminovic misread it.
Ross. Newman. Desperately trying to get players forward. This is Rickson who's done so now. Rickson to strike it! They're straight back into it, Rangers! 2 minutes after going 2 goals behind, Rickson drove it in. Lazatic deflected it past Rushdu, and Rangers are right back in the tie.
Maybe there is some justice. They certainly deserve that goal. I'd love to see them make it 1-1 because we really would have had a game on our hands, but there's time left yet. Rickson's done superb since he's pushed forward, and you're absolutely right, it's deflected off Lazatic into the back of the net. There was no chance for Rushdu. What a final 10-12 minutes we've got now.
Rangers have given it everything in the last 10 minutes or so, but they've come up just short, and Fenerbahce go through to the Champions League. Desperate disappointment here for Glasgow Rangers, and having gone 2 down with 20 minutes to go, they pulled a goal back through Rickson. They couldn't get a second, and it's Fenerbahce who win on the night and on aggregate by 2-1.
Some anxious faces among the Rangers supporters as we enter the closing stages in Warsaw. Caniggia giving it his best shot to retain possession, and he was fouled.
Yeah, he does very well actually to keep possession of the ball here, and he comes across him, and that's certainly a free kick, and hopefully he's up. Yeah, he's up and ready to keep going.
25 yards from goal. Latapi squares it. Countryman, good strike! Rangers have scored! It looked as though it took a deflection. Zidkov beaten. 84 minutes on the clock, and finally, the Rangers supporters have something to smile about.
Well, they were certainly needing that, no doubt about it. I think it must have taken a deflection because the goalkeeper's certainly gone down to his right-hand side. Here we see it, the dummy run from Amoruso, cross to Kontaman, strikes it reasonably well. Oh, it's come off the inside of his calf and it sends the goalkeeper the wrong way, but that's perfect. You'll take anything at this stage of the game, and that could be very well be the one that will see Rangers through.
Nearly 8 minutes into the game, Reina's free kick. It's off the upright from Moore. And Lorenzo Amoruso scores for Rangers. I'm sure that was over the line. On his comeback, Amoruso opens the scoring.
Yeah, another good ball in from Reina. Lovely sweeping ball, real physical pressings. Moore commits them, comes off the outside of the post. Amoruso manages to hit target, goes through the goalkeeper, and it's definitely over the line before it's put in again here. Real commitment from Moore there to get something onto the goal. Amoruso keeps his composure. Yeah, it's well over, and it's 1-0 to Rangers.
Vasily Komutovski on the goal line. Lorenzo Amoruso into the wall. Michael Ball fancies a crack with the left foot. Ball's effort! Michael Ball! His first European appearance for Rangers. It was deflected in, but he'll claim it. It's his first Rangers goal, 2-0.
Yeah, it's a great strike. It's really, I think it's actually De Boer getting in front that comes off the defender, but that's just what Rangers needed at this point. Lovely strike from Ball. Defender comes across, gets a touch on it, and with the pace and the slipperiness of the surface, the goalkeeper's no chance once it hits the deck.
That looked as if it went in off the arm of Shimbaras, the right back, but no one will take the credit away from the new signing. He's won this free kick. In from Reina. And Ronald De Boer makes it 3 with 10 minutes left. And that now is looking like a healthy lead to take to Moscow.
Oh, it certainly is. It's all about the delivery again from Reina. Lovely dipping ball, very difficult to defend. De Boer commits himself, gets across the defender, just enough to get a flick on it, and it goes by the goalkeeper. Wonderful delivery.
Goalkeeper Komutovski got his hand to it, but there was enough power in the header to make sure that it ended up in the back of the net, and this could be a very valuable goal for Rangers.
Bert Kontaman and Lorenzo Amoruso are up into a packed penalty box. Craig Moore is there as well. In from Caniggia. Good one from Kontaman, and there's the opening goal, and it's Ronald De Boer. Now 4-1 in aggregate. The goal Rangers desperately wanted. 7.5 minutes gone.
Ronald De Boer was very, very influential in the first game at Ibrox, and he's certainly really helped the situation now for Rangers. Fighting away there at the back post, gets himself a little half yard, takes a gamble, and really he can't miss. Full credit to him for getting into that position. Bert Kontaman getting that initial header as well.
Ferguson, useful ball in. Komutovski has missed it. And it's 2-0 on the night, and now 5-1 overall, and that's a howler by Vasily Komutovski. He was under some pressure, but the ball went straight through his hands.
I don't think he's got any real complaints there. Fernando Rickson has got himself into position just in front of the goalkeeper.
So I guess this is Barry Ferguson's goal then. His cross, the goalkeeper just lets the ball skid through his gloves. That's lovely stuff from Ronald De Boer. Through for Flo. Here's a chance for number 3. Tore-André Flo finishes in some style. Set up by De Boer. Now 3-1 on the evening.
Fabulous, fabulous goal there. And again, Ronald De Boer featuring
very strongly in that. Congratulations to Tor André Flo as well. Superb finish. Jean-Barras is embarrassed here by Ronald de Boer. Hasn't been able to deal with him whatsoever. Perfectly weighted pass into Tor André Flo. Zoutautis can't get near him. And there you go, top corner. That'll do nicely.
Good work from Flo. Finds Latapi. Lovenkrantz makes a good run. Excellent pass. Chance for Lovenkrantz. It's 4-1 on the night. Brilliant pass from Latapi. It was inch perfect. And that's a cool finish from Lovenkrantz.
I remember that. I remember it's a good, brilliant pass from Russell. And then when I saw the goalkeeper come out, I just thought, all right, I need to touch the ball, because when I touch it, we're going to go around the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper came out with too much speed. And so when I saw it go around him, I thought, all right, it's going to be an easy tap in. So that was going to be delighted, you know, just my first goal. And it was a shame it wasn't at home, but you know, anyway, getting the first goal in the UEFA Cup, so it was magnificent. It was great, good feeling.
Lorenzo Amoruso, rock solid at the back, and has more than once saved them. Just the 1.5 steps. This is tempting fate. Amoruso, what a strike from Amoruso. That's the way to take a penalty. J.J. Okocha. Remember that incredible goal he scored for Nigeria against the Spanish in the World Cup back in 1998. Drives them hard and unstoppable from 30 yards. Can he do it from the penalty spot? Okocha against Klos. Oh, he's missed it. That was a script that was waiting to be written there.
He was trying to outfox the goalkeeper there. He stuttered on his run, and here he just waited.
Rangers then to go 2-0 in the lead if Latapi can take it and score. He does. Needs this one. Ronaldinho to make it 2-1 to Rangers. Here he comes, Klos in the goal, and he sends him the wrong way.
But Konteman this time.
Another solid performer. Konteman to make it. Oh, yes, did it go over? No. This, as you can see, will level it. The youngster from Barcelona, Arteta, to level it here, and he does.
Well, Claudio Caniggia has seen many big occasions in his career. And certainly Rangers need just one good spot kick from him now.
Again, it's a short run up. Claudio Caniggia. Oh, he's missed it as well. Off the bar from Caniggia. And once again, the ascendancy which they had has been given away. To take Paris Saint-Germain into the lead. He's missed it as well. The big names, though, for Paris Saint-Germain have been absent. There has been no Nicolas Anelka. He has picked up another mystery virus. Level we stand. 2-2. Amoruso and Latapi have scored. The first two for Rangers. Konteman and Caniggia, they both missed.
And Rangers sent forward another Dutchman, and Arthur Newman.
Newman then to put Rangers in the lead. He does. Rangers 3-2 up now, and Paris Saint-Germain have got to score. Klos can turn himself into a real hero now if he can produce a save.
Great penalty from Arthur Newman. He enjoyed that.
Mendy against Klos. Klos goes, and Mendy scores. That was a really, really cheeky one from Mendy.
It's a great penalty, wasn't it? Klos went the right way, and it had to be a good kick to beat Klos because he was in position to save. Big moment for Barry Ferguson.
Rangers captain. This is probably his first penalty in his career.
Ferguson then to keep Rangers in the lead. Oh, that was a good penalty as well from Barry Ferguson. Captain's example led there.
Well done, Barry. Good penalty. Lots of pressure again.
Got to score, Pochettino. Pochettino against Klaesson, he's missed, and Rangers have done it. They've done it the hard way. They missed the best chances inside 90 minutes. They hung on for grim death. They missed a penalty in extra time. And now they've done it on penalty kicks. What an outpouring of emotion on the face of Dick Advocaat. The Rangers corner of this stadium has erupted. Paris Saint-Germain go out, they're inconsolable. Glasgow Rangers go through.
A key moment in the game. And Ferguson scores. He kept cool and he kept calm. And Barry Ferguson's first goal of the season makes it 1-1.
Real captain's role there, stepping forward, as you say, hasn't scored what was going through his mind, but real composure. Wonderful penalty, sends the goalkeeper the wrong way, and Rangers are certainly well back in the tie now.
It's taken him till late February to break his duck, but what an important goal that might yet prove to be.
Ronald de Boer trying to get control in a tight situation. Paul Bosvelt was right behind him, and the Feyenoord skipper concedes the foul, and Rangers open the scoring with Neil McCann. A superbly taken quick free kick, and McCann gives Rangers the lead in Rotterdam.
Absolutely tremendous ball in there from Barry Ferguson, but full credit to Neil McCann. Stolen in from the left-hand side. He's embarrassed Brett Emerton here. Got on the inside of him, and coolly and calmly finishes it. Nobody could believe that Powell was going to leave the ball.
Here's a chance though for Michael Mols. Penalty kick, yes! Brought down by Pau.
Pau's just had it.
Is that a red card? Yes, it is. Feyenoord down to 10 men. And Rangers have a penalty. And Barry Ferguson with the chance to make it 3-2 and breathe new life into Rangers. The skipper did it last week. Can he do it this week? Certainly can. Brilliant from Barry Ferguson. Again, all the calmness, all the composure. And that could be a big goal for Rangers.
Now to the first silverware. I first held this up in my hands in 1970. Great memories. Well, it was the first cup head-to-head against Celtic for the new gaffer. The outcome was simply the best, as the Gers CIS Cup semi-final triumph led to Barry Ferguson's first trophy lift as Rangers captain.
Kenigia was going up for that. And that's in just in. Robert Crowns has opened the scoring for Rangers. What an opportunist goal.
I remember looking at the clock, and when we got the free kick, I looked at the clock and said, all right, we're going to half time soon. So I was a little bit tired at that time, so I thought, all right, if we get a goal here, you know. So I was hoping that Fernando or something was going to kick it in and we were going to get a goal for half time. And then when they screwed up, you know, it's like, oh my God, I can't believe they did that, you know. And everybody, I could hear all the Celtic fans cheering. It was like, oh, blah, 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 you know. So it was a bad feeling. But then I saw Shota, he went up for the head. And the ball just jumped in front of Miyabi, I think it was. And then I was just chasing it, and suddenly I was trying to get him to one side, and I jumped to another side. And I saw the ball in front of me, and I thought, that I can reach that ball. So I just jumped forward with my foot and then hit it perfect, and then it just went in, and it was just, I didn't know what to feel, because when I looked up and I saw the ball was in, I was so surprised, you know, and it was just amazing. The fans, when you turn around and you saw all the Rangers down the other end, the Rangers fans were jumping up and down. It was just superb. It was just the best thing ever. Unbelievable. It's a great feeling.
Avaladze. There's Contamin. Oh, what a goal! A magnificent goal! Bert Contamin, of all people, the man who has been criticised, not to say ridiculed so often, puts Rangers in front with a tremendous strike.
Well, what a fantastic strike. The ball breaks him at the edge of the box. No one can stop that. Magnificent effort from Contamin. A much maligned player in the Rangers ranks, but put Rangers in front. Fantastic goal.
And now Celtic must come forward again. 2-1 behind in this extraordinary semi-final. Well, you'll like to see that again. And out they come, led by Hugh Dallas, Scotland's World Cup referee, greeted by a capacity crowd in conditions, or at least overhead conditions, that are absolutely ideal. Lovenkrands. Latipi picks up. Doesn't quite know what to do with it, though. Opened up well and intelligently by Ferguson. Now look where Vidmar has popped up in. Amoruso, Latipi. And they can't kill it off, though. In the box, though they were. Newman. Here's Kenigia. Come across to the left now, Kenigia. Better run by Kenigia. On it goes to Flo. And it's there! Poor Andrew Flo. Well, the man who's hardly been in the game opens the scoring. Delightful run by Kenigia to start off with.
Yeah, David Craig just let him go down the side of him, and Flo showing there what he is capable of when he gets the serve. It's a wonderful finish, but set up entirely by Kenigia, going past 3-4 Ayr United players, and I think it's a vital breakthrough for Rangers. They've certainly needed it.
Contamin, Latipi, well, who gave the pass in the first place, penalty kick. Oh dear, oh dear. It is a penalty technically, there's no question about that, but there was no danger.
I don't think there's any doubt. I think it's a penalty, and it's just Latipi there, a bit sharper to the ball, touches it by Lovering, and it's a daft challenge. He's going there to Latipi as if he's taking a dive, but it's a pretty clear-cut penalty in my view.
Well, as I said, there was no danger, and this would be agonising for Ayr if this did go in. Barry Ferguson has scored with the last 3 penalties he's taken. He's taken them with confidence, and now Craig Nelson. He does it again. Rangers 2 up right at the start of this half, and that's a look of relief, I think, in his face.
Well, it was a very composed penalty. He's taken pressure penalties in the last few weeks. Every one hitting the back of the net. That time there he sends Nelson the wrong way, and I think at 2-0 you know, you wonder if Ayr United have got anything in them to come back.
Latupi, there's Hughes. Good run by McCann inside, there's Caniggia. Beautiful goal. Well, that caps a wonderful second half display, in particular by the Argentine. And as these pictures are traveling around the world, as he ultimately will, and are watched by the people who matter in the Argentine squad, there is a player with great skill. Yeah, fantastic. Terrific cross from McCann. Caniggia making that great run right into the centre of play, and a marvellous finish, sweeping it away into the corner there. I think he's had a terrific game for Rangers today, threatening at all times. Konterman. Amoroso to Newman, and Amoroso now in that laid-back style of his, which you can afford at 3-0 up. Not quite showboating. Hughes. Dixon again. That's a decent ball, and Caniggia! I think the linesman has given the goal. Caniggia has put it in for Rangers' fourth goal. They're claiming it didn't cross the line, but the linesman was right over there in Caniggia. This might give us a better indication. Up it goes, missed by Caniggia. Yes, I think it was over. Yeah, I think it's over the line, and to be honest with you, Archie, he was going to be my man of the match. That certainly clinches it. I think he's been terrific. And in fact, the final whistle has gone, and Rangers have won the CIS Cup final.
I thought the fans were superb. I mean, it's like a 12th man for us, the fans, when they're on their day. They're probably one of the best supporters about. So it's good when you've got a good fan base like that. It's a boyhood dream. I've always dreamt of lifting a trophy. Even when I was made captain, that was a dream. But to go and lift one as captain is great.
Can you describe that moment when you got your hands on the silverware and lifted it towards the fans?
I'll tell you the truth, I was pretty nervous going up there. But once I got my hands on it, it was great. It was a great feeling. Words can't describe it.
Now on to an evening I'll personally never forget. Every so often there's an event which reminds you of what it means to be part of the Rangers family. And this year it was the 2002 Hall of Fame ceremony, as Rangers legends from throughout the decades were inducted into the exclusive club. The venue, the Hilton Hotel in Glasgow, for a star-studded evening to induct new entrants to the Rangers Hall of Fame. The VIP reception prior to the event read like a who's who from the modern history of the club, as stars of the past mingled with those of the present. The event itself started with the induction of Ian McCall, and then 10 players voted in during 2001.
don't know if I can squeeze a word or two out of you, but you must be very, very proud.
Absolutely delighted when you see the people, the quality of people on here. It makes me very, very proud indeed, yeah.
And very, very... Actually, you shouldn't stand beside Loudrip. You're looking fatter beside him.
I want coffee up here.
Brian, forward. Quite like you. So, you sleeping at Jim White's tonight? Are you rooming with Jimmy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Your arrangement.
Why are you so good, Jim?
The least you could have done was borrowed a tie off him.
I couldn't afford it, so yeah.
So, what you got? What's your greatest memory as a Ranger?
My nights out with the goalie and Gaza.
The legends of Scottish football and Rangers, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, guys.
And then it was the turn of two great players from each of the decades, from the 50s through to the 90s.
The Rangers supporters worldwide have chosen two goalkeepers. The Prince in the yellow jersey, the legendary Jerry Dawson, who died much too young, aged 67 in 1971, and another great keeper who is happily still very much with us tonight, Bobby Brown. The two winners from the 60s, elected to the Rangers Hall of Fame, are that magical winger, Willie Henderson, and winner of 11 medals and 8 Scottish caps, Ralph Brand.
This is an accolade because I was a Rangers nut. All my heroes that I was able to come through and train with, have a look at some of the photographs. To be able to join them in this Hall of Fame is a dream for a schoolboy that's came true. It's just really unbelievable.
And like Ralph here says, this is the ultimate highlight in my own career. And I think I'd like to second what Ralphie said. It was only because of the fantastic team that we were fortunate enough to play in. And I would like to think that this honour is for all the rest of the players that we played in. And I'd also like to say that, I mean, although it was a fantastic side, we were playing in front of 50,000 regular, fantastic fans, which helped us along the way.
Willie Henderson, Ralphie Brand, genuine legend.
But you, the fans, voted into the Hall of Fame Scotland's first 100,000 player, Colin Steen, and a man who scored 2 of the goals in the famous Cup Winners' Cup triumph, Willie Johnson, 2 of the best.
No whistle, Dave Smith has it towards Colin Steen. Here's Steen, it's a goal! It's a goal by Steen, what a goal! What a goal by Steen! Here it comes, what a goal by Steen, he followed that up, and whoop, in it goes. Alfie Conn, John Gregg, here's Dave Smith. Smith going up. It's a good ball, it's a goal. It's a goal by Willie Johnston. It's a goal by Johnston. Steen, and here's Willie Johnston with a chance. And it's a goal. It's a goal by Johnston. Right out of the blue. Rangers 3 up. Incredibly 3 up.
Must bring back some incredible memories. What was it like that night in Barcelona?
Shocker, Rooney. It was brilliant. You know, to win the game, I thought we were tremendous. I thought we were a far better team than Euro Moscow Dynamo. Unfortunately, maybe Big Derek Johnson made a couple of mistakes with Willie Matheson, but I think we were a far, far better team than them, and it's, you know, Rangers history to win a European title, and they'd been beat twice before, so I think it was a tremendous achievement.
Honestly, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the happiest man in the world. Honestly, I'm the happiest man in the world. They're the... You play with Rangers, it's unbelievable. And gentlemen, I don't...
This has really got to you, isn't it? Willie Johnson, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. Thank
you. Colin Stein.
And the two players worldwide voted for as the winners, the Englishman who became one of Rangers' greatest ever captains, Terry Butcher, and the kid from Kinnick Park who will always have a special place in the hearts of Rangers fans, Ian Durrant. Terry and Ian.
What does it mean to you?
A different class. I'll look back years. I can die happy now.
Don't get emotional on me now. Are you feeling a bit that way?
No, I'm brand new. Just like to always think, the people who voted for me, it's a great accolade, and I'm sure now in years to come now, my family will be really proud.
What was the most special of all the moments you had at Rangers?
Anytime you beat Celtic.
Once you play for a club like Rangers, and I've been lucky enough to play for a few clubs, it stays with you forever. You're always a teddy bear. You're always a Rangers player. And I think it's different for me because I think I was one of the early foreigners to come up north, and I was actually one of the nationalised Scotsmen in the early days, and there was a 3 foreigners rule. I couldn't believe that. I'd been a nationalised Scotsman, but never mind. But it just being a part of the club, no matter what you're English or you're Irish or Italian or whatever, to be part of Rangers, and that will live here forever. That will live forever in the heart, anyway.
Terry Butcher, Ian Durrant, congratulations, guys.
This is how the fans have voted. And the first one they came up with is Richard Gough. So he'll be inducted in the Hall of Fame. And the other one is George Albert.
When we looked at the competition to be named in the Hall of Fame, and Paul Gascoigne was in there, I mean, it means an awful lot. It's a tremendous tribute from the Rangers supporters, is it not?
Well, I mean, I don't know if I deserve to be up here, but it was a nice memory for me, and it's nice to be home again.
I just feel a bit embarrassed in a way that, football's a team game. And myself, George, and all the previous players, and a few players have touched on it before. If it wasn't for the great team that I played with, I wouldn't be here now. And I think Andy Gorham said he was lucky with playing with a good team, and Sandy Jordan mentioned it, Ralph Brand mentioned it, and sometimes that's what I was feeling, just a wee bit, just for the rest of the players, and you know, I mean, just from that point alone, I feel a wee bit embarrassed, and I'm sure a lot of the other players will get their moment up here, but I was just very proud to be in a great era.
I'll give you a wee cuddle, son.
No problem.
George Alberts, Richard Gough, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that as much as all those who were there. Now, don't forget, coming up in just a few minutes, words of wisdom from the gaffer. But before that, scoring action with all the goals from every game in the second half of the SPL.
Fernandez is really enjoying playing out there today. Here's De Boer. Now Hughes. That's not a bad ball forward. Torrendry flows down it. Beautiful goal. The first time he's really been in a game, and that required the deftness of footwork. Superbly put through there by Hughes. And watch what he had to do. Nudge it away, keep his balance, and angle it the right way, which he did to perfection. Flow. Rickson, a little bit slow in the uptake there. Here's Amorosa again. On to De Boer. Here's Kanigia. Kanigia going in. Oh, it's there. Well, that was well measured. Well,
Amoruso gives him a hug. And why? Because it goes well back to the conviction of this man who is enjoying his captaincy today. He just kept going at it. Then De Boer with a beautiful pass. Now, I wonder how long Kanigia watched this before he knew it was going into the back of the net, but it eventually did. So the two front men, as what I'm sure was budgeted for by Alec McLeish, have scored these first two goals, and they've both been gems of accuracy. Good burst of pace there. That's a decent ball coming in, Kanigia. That seals it. Arveladze hasn't been able to make the telling pass. McCann did there. And with so little of this game left, it is now totally beyond Libby.
Here's Amoruso. He's a long way out, shaping up for the shot. Oh, what a goal by Amoruso! Oh, that's magnificent! That came out of nothing! Fantastic strike by Lorenzo Amoruso, and Rangers have the lead. What a goal! The Italian looked as if he was shaping up here. No one expected the left foot shot, and well away from Pinakia. Oh, that's a contender for goal of the season. It's a great strike. And what a goal by Lorenzo Amoruso.
Hughes for Lovenkrands, good run and good quality on the pass as well. Flo, here's a chance, it's De Boer. Brilliant finish, Ronald De Boer. All the composure you could want. 1-0 Rangers. Alec McLeish's team ahead.
Oh, this is a wonderful finish. Again, Lovenkrands, a real problem. Clips it in this time. The Flo does enough, but this is where the top quality kicks in. There's the disguise. Clean strike with the left, takes a deflection, but it looks as if it was going in again.
He likes the Wednesday night games. There's Ronald De Boer. 2 last midweek at Dunfermline to turn the match Rangers' way. And the opener here at Rugby Park against Kilmarnock. That's a top finish and his 8th goal of the season. Ferguson to De Boer. Slipped it through for Arveladze. That's a back pass. And that's a free kick. It's Amoruso, it's deflected and it's in. 2-0.
Not the cleanest of strikes from Amoruso, but with the amount of bodies in front of him, it was only going to take a deflection. Takes 1 and then 2 before it eventually goes into the net. Comes off Flo laterally. Not the best strike in the world. It's actually going by, I think, and it hits Flo and goes back into the net.
Hughes. There's Flo. Great save by the keeper again. It's in. Arveladze follows up, puts it away. It was a great effort by Flo initially. And the goalkeeper again showing that he's one of the best in the business. He's only 22 years of age. He got it down to it well again. This was a very difficult ball for Arveladze, but he squeezes it in. Good play by Flo. Got himself away from the defender and given that significant helping hand by the Georgian. With just about 40 minutes left. There's Muir, he's done it! Rangers are 2 up, and he's feeling a little happier now. 2 goals in 3 minutes. Rangers fighting back and deservedly in the lead after all the possession, the number of chances, the missed efforts, the blocking by a valiant Dundee defence. At last, the breakthrough, and a brilliant goalkeeper had no chance there.
Amoruso, McCann, putting it in there. Oh, lovely dummy, here's De Boer! Rangers with the opening goal on the hour. Ronald de Boer, a beautifully worked move, and no more than the visitors deserve. Hearts coming forward, and then as the move breaks down, Neil McCann, and this move is all down to the dummy from Tore-André Flo, and de Boer picked his spot with ease. But that there was a little touch of class, and a finish to match from Ronald de Boer. Goal number 9 for the Dutchman this season. Well, here's McCann. What's opening up here for Rangers? Neil McCann, is he going to go? He hits the shot. Oh, that's a superb finish from Neil McCann. There's a great sense of injustice among the Hearts fans, but it's a former hero who puts him to the sword. They didn't get the free kick from Fuller. McCann took full advantage. It all opened up for him. He had options, but he decided the best way to go was straight towards the goal himself, and he finished it off, and there's no doubt about the outcome of this match now. Neil McCann makes it 2-0 Rangers.
Picked up by Kontaman. Good play by Kontaman. He's going forward again. Here's Arveladze. Now Latupi tries a shot and goal. Oh, yes, what a glorious strike by Latupi. Well, I did say right at the start he was given a challenge, perhaps fortuitously, through the warm-up injury to Ronald de Boer. Well, he's certainly grabbing it. He's been out of the reckoning, and this is a way to blast your way back into recognition by your manager and the supporters. There's free kick. A little bit of leaning there by Kontaman. Oh, that's a gift. Tore-André Flo, can he put it away? He has. And Motherwell didn't need that. They needed that like they need a hole in the head. They've been ripped apart occasionally by Rangers, but there was only one goal to show in it until 4 minutes to the halftime whistle. And then Motherwell's perhaps worst blunder of the season. Here's Moles, Arveladze. Too many players in front, Latupi. Arveladze has to go back out again, though. Almost like a basketball game at the moment. So many passes around and about. Oh, that's a great goal. Well, that's not basketball, that's for sure. Well, we've had a strike from another Dutchman, Kontaman, in the same kind of category. And after all, the passing around, back and forward, almost like pass the parcel. That's the way to be much more positive. Up it comes and boom. No doubt where that was ending up. And you felt Rangers' over-elaboration was exemplified by a man deciding to let rip. No messing about. And he's delighted.
But this could be a crucial moment. And of course, no shot to Arveladze to take the penalty kick. It's to be Lorenzo Amoruso. 1-0. Amoruso breaks the deadlock with his 5th goal of the season and his first penalty for Rangers.
Well, obviously a good technique there. He doesn't even take a step back. That's confidence for you. Sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. Lovely crisp finish, great composure, fabulous mentality. A wonderful penalty from Amoruso.
Kontaman. Now McCann. Here's Newman.
Oh, that's a great goal by Newman. A tremendous strike. He just looked up and let fly. Well, I said they were looking for some inspiration, badly needing it. And the Dutch international, with great experience that he has, with that tremendous left foot of his, brings Rangers level. Well, I must say, one of the best goals I've seen in quite some time, cleanly hit. And now Rangers, a and making it a contest.
A bit of head tennis before Nellinger puts it into the path of McCann, who quickly with the outside of the boot. That's a brilliant pass by Neil McCann. Kanchelskis scurrying across, puts it in early. Lovenkrands trying to get a touch. Billy Dodds, 1-0 Rangers. Simple move, beautifully executed by Billy Dodds. The pass by Neil McCann really opened up Hearts, and it was the quick first-time ball by Andrei Kanchelskis that caused all sorts of problems. And that's the type of goal any striker will tell you he loves. Couple of yards out, goal number 5 of the season for Billy Dodds, and he'll be pleased with that one. Now Gibson. McCann's off on the run, Vidmar picks him out, lovely ball through. McCann, Billy Dodds for number 2. It's a great run by Neil McCann. He's been instrumental in Rangers' 2 goals, and this time the delivery perfect for Billy Dodds. A little bit more work to do, but he's still finished in style. 2 goals for Dodds and 2 for Rangers, and it's down to the quality of the pass from Vidmar and the delivery again from McCann. But as all good strikers will tell you, there's still a job to do, and Billy Dodds performed it very well.
So Kanchelskis comes across to take it. It's swinging in viciously, and Amoroso puts Rangers up. 1 goal, and we've just played 3 minutes of this game. Utter simplicity about it. If you're not covered and you're given a free header like this from about 6 yards, then the inevitable happens. Well, 6 yards, I think that's an exaggeration. I think he was even closer. Let's look at it again, yeah. Only about 3 yards out, and that is bad defending, although good opportunism by this very popular character. Rangers 1 up.
The first Old Firm games I watched from the stand, unfortunately, and already there you could see how much tension is in these games, in these matches, on the pitch and off it. The supporters are so excited and really wanting us to win. And yeah, the first appearance I had was in Parkhead, where the title race was already over, and some people were saying it's a meaningless game, but when you saw it, it wasn't. It was full of pressure and tension and excitement. It was a great atmosphere as well, and we drew, which was quite a good result for us. So yeah, these are the biggest games here, and I think in Europe or in the world, and of course it's wonderful to be a part of it.
Malcolm to take this. Well, just beyond and into Lovenkrands. Trying a shot and goal, it's in! Rangers have scored! Peter Lovenkrands, I think there was a deflection. A stunning start by Rangers in this game.
We just kicked off the game off, I think. It was only played 1 minute or something. And then I remember, I think we had a free kick and the ball got kicked up. And I saw Flo going up for it and with Tom Boyd, and I saw Mjällby moving in behind them, and suddenly I was just standing open. I thought, okay, I'm gonna move a little bit down if Boyd's gonna, Flo's gonna flick it onto me, and it just hit Boyd's head and perfect landed in front of my feet. So I just thought, all right, perfect, take it 1 touch. And the weird thing actually comes now that I would never have hit a shot from there if it. Normally, I would go one against Mjällby and try to get into the goal. But there was just something that told me, shoot, you know, there's just something that said in my head, just shoot the ball. And I just shoot it, and then suddenly it just flicked it on Mjällby and went in. It was just like something that was supposed to happen. It was the weirdest feeling ever. And when I saw the ball going, I was just standing there for just 1 second, just thinking, that was weird. And then suddenly just, all right, need to enjoy this, and then just run.
McCann swinging it in there and almost in the back of the net from the corner. Neil McCann. Here it comes in again. Aberdeen realising it was swerving in at the near post and they couldn't clear the lines, and Rangers have the lead. Ferguson, Morris Ross. De Boer. Avaladze, Rangers playing in behind the Aberdeen defence. Off the post, Barry Ferguson. And the captain leading by example. Right at the heart of the Aberdeen defence. The pass through, Torrey Andre Flo's shot coming back off the post, and Barry Ferguson, calm as you like, side footing it into the net.
Some fabulous stuff there. Next up, it's the gaffer, the man that stands here on match days shouting out the orders. Well, it was back in December that the chairman pulled off one of the greatest transfers of recent years. No, it wasn't a player, but a new boss, as Alex McLeish took over the hot seat and Dick Advocaat moved upstairs. Few could have predicted the impact Big Ek would make, as his first season reign ended with only 2 defeats in 30 games, including 2 priceless victories over Celtic. We spoke to him at Murray Park shortly before the Cup final, so his views on that fantastic success later. But here, Alex McLeish talks about his dream which came true, his football philosophy and his aspirations for the club. Dick Advocaat's decision to vacate the managerial hot seat and become director of football set the world speculating on who would be his successor. But the little general had already made his choice, and on a mid-December evening, Alex McLeish took his bow.
It's stunning to walk in here, stunning to be at this level at the club, and you know, you're right, it was difficult to think twice about it.
Is it scary as well?
Yeah, I suppose that the pressure here is quite enormous. We only have to win every game after all. But it's, you know, it's a challenge that I want to meet head first.
Yeah, it was a bit of a surprise. I suppose the quickness of the move. But I must admit, I was pretty excited at the prospect and at the thought of coming to Glasgow Rangers. You know, having, I suppose, in the very early days as a youngster, being a Rangers supporter, and then through my teens playing every week and not getting a chance to go and watch games, you don't find yourself being quite the follower that all your mates were. And then as a player, I was really immersed in Aberdeen Football Club, and of course, you know, I had to put the professionalism first, and I always wanted to win things with Aberdeen. So you think it passes you by, and then to be offered the opportunity to become the manager and follow in the footsteps of some illustrious names was a fantastic thrill.
Some so-called experts claimed Alex might have problems reinvigorating a squad which had gone stale, but as has been reinforced by the players since, his attitude to the task was spot on.
The real facts of the matter were I felt ready to plunge into this job, and I wasn't fazed by meeting the players or talking to the players and outlining my plans with the players. And I felt pretty strong and confident the first meeting I had with the boys. And I think you hear the word respect quite a lot in football. And for me, the main thing is to get respect from your workers in any walk of life, and vice versa. And I believe that the reaction was tremendous, and that the players have really knuckled down, shown a great spirit, a great togetherness, and I think they've responded, which was the reaction that both Dick Advocaat and David Murray were looking for. And I think we've got that, but I wasn't fazed, and I've played with and against big names in world football. And just because the lads are earning huge and vast amounts of money nowadays, they're still human beings. And I think, you know, I've got a way, or certainly I can handle, you know, other people.
Please welcome our new manager, Alec McLeish.
And the supporters made it plain too that they were right behind the new boss, beginning with a mutual show of admiration at Alec's first match in charge at Ibrox.
It was a thrill, you know, because walking down the tunnel, I was a little bit apprehensive, you know. Would the fans cheer, or would it be, you know, a case of indifference? But pleased to report that it was a fantastic welcome, one that I'll never forget. And it was a sound backing from the fans, although I still maintained at the time that I wanted to earn the respect of the fans. I used that word, respect, again. And I wanted to earn their applause and not, you know, get it for nothing. We lay the rules down to the players. They know how I work, my coaches work, and we ask them before every game to earn the right. Don't ever think that you've got nothing to prove. We ask them, we throw the gauntlet down to them every week and say, you must keep proving yourself, because the game last week is no more. It's this game, and you'll be remembered for this game until the next one. So that was the same way myself when people were asking about the fans wanted a bigger name, and I can understand that. So I said, well, hopefully the fans in 3 or 4 years' time will be saying, well, he's a big name now.
Critical to the establishment of his relationship was the first encounter with Celtic in the CIS Cup semi-final.
I realise now how important it was. Not at the time, I don't think. I didn't read the press, the build-up to the game. I tried to get away from all the external pressures. You know, you create your own pressures, you create your own standards, and you know that within the pressures that you create for yourself, it's probably enough to deal with and to contend with. And when it comes to any big game, there's undoubtedly an extra edge, and none more so than when we play Celtic. It was only after going back to all the pre-match coverage and having read it the next few days that I realised if I had read that, then I'd have been getting into that game a nervous wreck. But I'm glad to say I went into the game quite calm, and it's a wonderful result. Great game. Rangers fans extremely happy, which pleases me. I've always been a team player, always like the team to do well, and for everybody connected with the club to be happy. And it's now, I think reality has sunk in terms of just what it means for us to win these games.
While the structure for the future of football has been worked out, with possibilities being looked at in England and in Europe, the Rangers manager knows he has to focus firmly on the short term. And that's to be #1 in Scotland and to progress on his first season showing in the UEFA Cup.
I understand there's a Champions League place for second next season, but you know, I think the bottom line for me is you know, we have to try and finish above Celtic. That's the aim. It always will be, as long as we're in Scotland. That I don't want to be disrespectful before a ball is kicked next season, but to the other 10 Premier League teams, because if they get stronger and they are taking points off of both teams, then it's obviously going to get much healthier, much more competitive. And if Rangers and Celtic are much closer to each other, then it makes for an interesting league as well. If you look at the European competitions every year at the crucial stages, it's the same teams year in, year out. That's where I'd like to take Rangers. If you also look at the personnel playing in these teams. It's the same players year in, year out. Players who go the distance, who play 30 plus games a season. Big mentalities, great staying power. That's the type of players I need to play at the club. And for whatever reason, a few players have been unlucky here, injury-wise, and it has halted progress a little bit, and it's been accountable for Rangers not progressing in Europe the way we would have liked. So I need players who are going to go the distance here and play 30, 40 games a season and be able to handle that physical side of it. And then I think we'll be heading in the right direction.
And to help get to that stage, Rangers have entered into an agreement with Barcelona on player transfers, something the manager would like to extend to other clubs. That, coupled with the club's intent to develop the cream of youngsters from everywhere at Murray Park, should all add up to a long and hopefully successful future for the man in charge.
I've already spoken about the type of player and the type of team I would like to eventually construct here at Rangers, whether it's with the current guys or, you know, as I said, one or two have had bad luck injury-wise, whether we add to it and we are in European competition, final stages year in, year out, and winning championships. It'd be great to have a crack at the Champions League, to get to the very pinnacle, obviously, winning that trophy. And then I would probably have to look at things and say, why would I want to leave here? Why would I want to leave this institution and fantastic stadium, which, again, I spoke about the adrenaline rush when I walk in the front door at Ibrox. You know, it's such a beautiful facade that you know, it's a magnificent building. And I think anybody who comes from Europe and sees Ibrox for the first time must be mesmerised. And then, of course, to come and work here every day at the training ground is, I think, something that a lot of coaches, managers can only dream about. So if I'm building a very successful Rangers team, it might be difficult to leave and go anywhere else. The only way after this would be downwards.
And now the ultimate conclusion to a fantastic season. The Tennent Scottish Cup final triumph over Celtic. On a glorious sunny Hampden afternoon, the Light Blues outfought, outperformed and finally overwhelmed their greatest rivals. Each man played his part, but it was a special day for an Old Firm goal king, the dashing Peter Lovenkrands. Enjoy the game and enjoy the party.
Ferguson, stepped over by Arveladze, and Tore Andre Flo marks his comeback with the opening goal. His 20th goal of the season. Rangers ahead. Almost exactly at the midpoint of the half. And a very calm and clinical finish from Flo. Set up by Rickson and the dummy from Arveladze. And Hibs wanted to be a little bit tighter there on Flo. You don't give him chances like that. It's 1-0. Ferguson's pass finds Ronald de Boer making a good run. And it's Peter Lovenkrantz. 2-1. Right on half-time. His third goal of the season. Good movement from Lovenkrantz here, anticipating what was happening. Ferguson set up de Boer into the danger area from Ronald de Boer, and Colgan was helpless as Lovenkrantz finished it off. De Boer managed to just clip that beyond Fenwick, and then it was plain sailing for Lovenkrantz. 2-1 Rangers.
It was a long ball, but I thought the first ball actually was for me, but then I saw Ronald come running out of the side, and I thought, all right, I'm going to just go inside and see what's happening. And I saw Ronald coming through, and I thought, all right, I'm totally open, so I just shouted at the ball, and he saw me, and then played it perfect into me, and I just tap in again, and it was just not a hard ball to miss, you know, so it was just great when the ball went in, you know, I saw the fans jumping up. It was just brilliant. It was an amazing feeling. Great.
Rickson's delivery this time. Amoruso was there. And Tore Andre Flo gets his second. And that's the crucial goal. It's the goal which makes it a 2-goal margin. Amoruso made his presence felt. Tony Vidmar had to go at it. And the last touch was from Flo, who takes his season's tally to 21. And that looks to be the goal which will take Rangers into the last 16 of the Tennent Scottish Cup. "85 minutes on the clock with Arveladze. Now Dodds, and again, Billy Dodds scores his first goal of the season. Back in from the wilderness, and how he enjoyed that. Hoping that he'll get some opportunities under Alec McLeish that he didn't get under the management of Dick Advocaat. And fortunate here to get 2 bites. Might well have been cleared there by the combination of Smith and De La Cruz. They got themselves in a real old fancle, and you don't give Billy Dodds a second chance. There was a touch off Colligan's hand, a touch off the inside of the post, but in it went for 4-1 Rangers. Tony Vidmar picks out Arveladze, stepped over it and gets it back from Dodds. Arveladze and Dodds, the opening goal. "40 seconds was all it took for Billy Dodds to break the deadlock. A nightmare start for Forfar as Dodds beats Michael Brown.
A wonderful start for Rangers, exactly what they would have wanted coming into this game. Billy Dodds and Arveladze linking up exceptionally well, knowing each other's game very well, obviously, but a great finish from Billy Dodds.
Andrei Kanchelskis, shot at Arveladze, the 1-2 with Billy Dodds. There's the second goal, and it's Arveladze, 16th goal of the season, and that makes Rangers feel a whole lot happier.
Well, just as I said, that Forfar just about getting the balance right. True quality comes through. Arveladze, he's been so impressive around the edge of the box. Just needs a sniff of goal, and that's number 2.
Good understanding between Dodds and Arveladze. And a good finish from Arveladze. Stephen Hughes for Arveladze. Number 3. Brilliant finish. finish, but it might be at a cost. He's hurt himself, Shota Arveladze. But all the class, all the style you'd expect from the former Ajax striker.
Well, a super ball from Stephen Hughes, great run from Arveladze, and very, very cute finish. And that was exactly what Forfar didn't want just before half-time. He seals the game, I think, for Rangers. It's a challenge that has just hurt Arveladze in the ankle.
Newman for Dodds. Gets it back from McCann. Arveladze. Kanchelskis. 4-0. Atrocious marking from Forfar. And Andrei Kanchelskis wasn't going to pass up that opportunity for his first goal of the season.
Well, he's been threatening all the while from the right-hand side. Billy Dodds gets it to Arveladze. Again, is influential, but Kanchelskis shouldn't have that room inside the box, but what a wonderful finish.
Bit like a training ground move, this, from Rangers. There was really no pressure on them at all. Few passes and locked Forfar. And Michael Brown didn't have a chance of stopping this from Kanchelskis. He caught it perfectly. Billy Dodds, a former Scotland international. Good effort. Number 5. 2 for Dodds. 5-0 Rangers.
Yeah, absolutely right, Rob. Billy Dodds is not going to settle just for the one goal. That's his second. And he certainly has got a great appetite for putting the ball in the back of the net. Really made this goal all down to himself. The 1-2 with Latipi. And it's a crisp finish into the bottom corner. Michael Brown couldn't do anything about it.
90 minutes have come and gone at Station Park. Rangers semi-final bound. Arthur Newman still with running in him. Back for McCann. Squared for Dodds. Can he do it? Yes, he can. The man of the match gets his hat-trick. 6-0 Rangers, right on time.
Super work from Arthur Newman and Neil McCann down the left-hand side. And we said that Billy Dodds hasn't given up the appetite for goals. Certainly when he's got a hat-trick in his grasp, he's going to take that, and he's certainly done it in extremely good fashion here. First time, the ball's pulled back from McCann. Again, Michael Brown could do nothing about it. Clinical finishing from Billy Dodds.
Flo. Nerlinger. 1-0. Christian Nerlinger's first goal in 8 months. Third of the season. And it's the dream start for Rangers.
Well, it's great feat from Flo here to create the chance. Here it takes a tiny, lovely feet to eliminate. They're then queuing up to hit. And it's his cleanest strike as you'll see from Nerlinger, and what a start back for him. Here we see it again, Kanchelskis provoked into Flo, lovely feet, steps over, lovely weighted pass, and it's 1-0 Rangers.
So less than 10 minutes gone, and the favourites are in front. Good touch from Nerlinger, driving towards the penalty box. Now for Lovenkrantz. It needs a good ball in. And that was it for Nerlinger. That's a brilliant goal. Started it and finished it. And that presumably finishes the match as a contest as well. 2 for Nerlinger, 2 for Rangers.
Yeah, I think that may be it now. Wonderful. Mellon sets it up himself, drives, commits the defender, plays it wide to Lovenkrantz. We questioned his delivery before, but not this time. Right into his path, and it's a lovely left foot finish. Wonderful finish here. Here we see it again. Goes to threaten, lifts his head, cuts it back, lovely ball back, and a quality finish from a quality player.
His 4th goal for Rangers, Christian Nerlinger, and almost single-handed he's guiding Rangers towards the cup final, another cup final. Flo, Ferguson, 3-0. It was all very simple for Barry Ferguson. And among the admirers will be the Scotland manager Bertie Vogts as Rangers ease themselves towards the final.
What a great contribution from the two midfield players. 3 goals so far. Again, Ferguson starts the move here, goes wide to Kanchelskis as he follows the ball through. Well held up by Flo, and what a calm and collected finish. Wonderful football. Flo makes the run towards the ball, holds it up, third man running, left foot, corner of the net, 3-0.
Yeah, of course it was an absolutely wonderful day for me, like a fairy tale, to be honest. Partick Thistle played quite well, and we had some problems with them, and then the first goal was a nice strike with the left one again. Torian Defoe laid it back to me, and it was an unbelievable feeling for me after such a long time being out. But these fragments of seconds where you have this relief and everybody's cheering, this pays you back for all the months. This is a wonderful thing in football. Seconds pay you back for such a long time. And the second one was when Peter Lovenkrantz did a nice cross, and I just closed my eyes and shot it in and had that luck that it went in. And of course, I never had a double before in my career, so it was the first one, and it was an absolutely wonderful day.
The Old Firm together again on Cup Final Day in Scotland. A unique sporting occasion, but it's not the taking part that counts, it's the winning.
We've all been trying to speak with a bit of authority this morning, trying to pretend we're experts and we know how this game is going to unfold. The truth is, no one's got a clue how this game is going to go this afternoon. Either side could win it, but it's going to be an intriguing contest.
The last Old Firm Cup final was in 1999 when a Rod Wallace goal clinched a tremendous treble for Rangers, but times have changed since then. The balance of power has shifted. Celtic rule in Scotland just now, although Rangers appear to be on their way back. And we have Peter Lovenkrantz, the pacey Dane, has already scored 3 times against Celtic this season. Can he do it again? So for the second year running, it's Martin O'Neill against Alex McLeish in the Scottish Cup final. McLeish's Hibs were no match last year for O'Neill's men as Celtic took their treble chance. Just a double on offer this time, but Alex McLeish is also after a double, having won the League Cup. He's rejuvenated Rangers and is unbeaten in 3 Old Firm games. And as a player, he won the Scottish Cup 5 times with Aberdeen. Celtic and Rangers are about to get down to business, big business. And part of the fascination of these compelling clashes is that you just don't know what's going to happen. Lorenzo Amoruso amongst those loitering with intent. It's going to be the Rangers captain Barry Ferguson to float it in. And Amoruso not far away.
That's a real chance, Ian. Balda ends up underneath this. They're all making their way to the front post. Balda underneath it, that is a real chance. And I suspect he wouldn't have seen it until very late because he thought Balda perhaps was going to win it. Broke perfectly for him. And that has to go down as an early chance.
Alan Thompson whips the corner in and Balda's in there and so is Hudson. And Celtic strike first in the Old Firm Cup final. Ferguson. Oh, and the Obby's header might just give Lovenkrantz a chance. He has taken it. Peter Lovenkrantz. What a response from Rangers. He always scores against Celtic.
That's a remarkable record this young lad has, Ian. Needed just half a yard, just too sharp for Chris Sutton here. And again, maybe an indication of the lack of fitness of Chris Sutton. Half a yard, just can't get tight enough. What a good finish. 2 against 1 here as a pro. And he needed no encouragement at all to find that bottom right-hand corner. That's a wonderful finish. Chris Sutton just can't squeeze him.
Craig Moore now finding Arthur Newman. And here's Neil McCann. Newman. Rickson sending it in. Oh! And Lovenkrantz was in the hunt again. Good stop.
Again, the angle of the run-in is first class. Rickson could have had a shot here, but Lovenkrantz made a delightful diagonal run to the back post. And again, just found himself half a yard there.
It's at the Celtic end of Hampden Park. It's Neil Lennon who whips it in, and Balder's there! He's done it! Bobo Balder! Celtic rise to the occasion, and it is some occasion. Neil Lennon. Ferguson dives away from a couple of challenges, and now McCann survives the attention of a gap. Neil McCann still going, and Newman is the beneficiary, and now Barry Ferguson. He's going to go for the hit. Oh, it was a wonderful strike.
Celtic took a long time to press the ball. Catches it well, just moving slightly left to right, and that can be all the difference.
Neil McCann then with a wicked corner, which Douglas didn't get too close to. Oh, Lennon it was who made contact. Rickson's header. Amoruso was clobbered by Balder right on the edge of the area. Now Balder's on a yellow card, remember. He really has to be careful from here on in.
Yeah, again, he's well late. He's never winning this. And it's a free kick in a terrific area once again. And at worst here, Rangers have to make Rob Douglas make a save. They have to get a shot on target. They can't afford to squander this.
Ferguson and Amoruso and Rickson standing over the free kick. Hugh Dallas wants the Celtic wall back a little bit further. They don't want to go back. You can feel the tension at this moment around Hampden Park. It's Barry Ferguson! Oh, yes! The captain shows the way with a fabulous free kick. Rangers were never going to give it up easily. You never can do when the Old Firm meet.
Well, he's proving he's the leader now of this Rangers side, Ian. Unlucky a few moments ago was the one that hit the post, but what a terrific strike. Gotta say, I think Rob Douglas should be nearer his right-hand post here. But whether he'd have got to it, in any case, I doubt. Tremendous movement, tremendous pace in the ball. Well, Rangers have answered the question again.
Just a minute to go before extra time. Amoruso. Here now is Neil McCann. Is there going to be a twist in the tail? Lovenkrantz! Yes, there is! Peter Lovenkrantz! It had to be him! He has surely won the Scottish Cup for Rangers! Lovenkrantz, a man on a mission to win that cup, and an enthralling end to a captivating cup final.
Well, he's got himself in there all afternoon, and he's been up there on his own at times, playing a bit wider, but once again, a terrific ball in by Neil McCann. And Lovenkrantz finds that little niche, terrific delivery by McCann, and he wasn't going to miss from that range. And given the second half performance from Rangers, you'd have to say it's no more than they deserve. They've dominated this second half, they've made the play, they've backed Celtic up. You've got to say the better team are in front at the moment.
There's not much time left for Celtic to respond now. Rangers picking the right moment to go ahead for the first time in the cup final. It's all over. Rangers have won the Scottish Cup, and to make it so much better, they've done it by beating Celtic. It's a cup double for Alex McLeish, who has rejuvenated Rangers. The League Cup is theirs, the Scottish Cup is theirs. Celtic may have had it all their own way last season, but not anymore. Rangers are back. Hampden Park, no place for losers on a day like this. but it's the place for winners, and the winners are Rangers.
I think Ali McLeish knows now, Ian, he can trust this team. They want to play for him.
Bobo Bauer put Celtic ahead for the second time in the game, but Rangers just wouldn't give up. Celtic hearts are broken. Rangers it is who ruled at Hampden Park today and who rule in Scotland today. Rangers celebrating their 102nd major honour, more than any other club in the world. But then, they are one of the biggest clubs in the world, and all around the globe today will be Rangers fans watching this. They get everywhere. And what an impact Alex McLeish has made at Rangers. Just as we were saying a year ago, what an impact Martin O'Neill had made at Celtic. It is time to go up for the cup. Ready is the word on the Rangers club crest, and they were ready today. Ready, willing and able to see off Celtic. Barry Ferguson shows the watching world that Rangers have won the Scottish Cup.
Casey, you've got your hands in the Scottish Cup. How does that make you feel?
Make me feel magnificent. It's the best feeling ever, I think. You know, you never experienced anything like this, and just happy with it.
We spoke to you before, and you'd been scoring goals against Celtic, but 2 in a cup final. Just run us through that. I mean, what was in your mind and everything when you were scoring them?
I don't know. You can't really say what's going through your mind, because when you score, it's just a great feeling of seeing everybody so happy. You know, you just want to enjoy it as much as possible. So just the only thing that comes to mind, just run. You know, run out to the fence and just enjoy it. I just saw the high ball coming up, and I saw Sutton and Miyabi went for it both. So I said I'm gonna drag a little bit back and go a little bit out of it, and the ball just fell off my feet. So I took one touch and tried to hit it, and I hit it perfect. So
the second goal, how did you see it?
I was just thinking about it. I was very, very tired, you know, and I just hoped the referee was going to blow the whistle. So I thought I'd just run up and try to stay up in their goal, and then see if the ball drops down. And when Neil put the cross in, it was just a superb cross, and I just tried to run for it, and it came straight to my head, and I just tried to put my head on it, and it succeeded.
Hang up the phone, please.
That's the boyhood dream, Alex.
Hello, tough. Hello, tough. Look at it. This is an unbelievable thrill for me to be standing here as the Rangers manager. I know my family are very proud of me, and my father would have loved to have been here today. A stalwart of Staircase 17 in the Rangers End for years and years. And it's such a proud moment for me here to help to bring this cup back. A couple of thank yous sprung to mind. Obviously my coaching staff and everybody in the back room. You know, the physios who are close to the players and make things tick for us and let us know what the players are saying about us. But on a big thanks to the chairman, David Murray, and to Dick Advocaat for bringing me to this fantastic club. They obviously knew what they were doing.
Alex, it's a couple of weeks since the Cup was won. You've been away, you've had time to reflect on it. There's two of them sitting there behind you. In 6 months since you've been at the club, is it settling in that you've actually done this, and what does the achievement mean for you?
Well, it has been a bit of a whirlwind, I must say, and to think that when I walked up the marble staircase on the night of signing for this great club, that we would win 2 trophies. You know, that was, I imagined it, I dreamed about it, but for it to become reality was, I think, a fantastic achievement when you consider that we were written off round about the Christmas period.
What would you put it down to?
There's no secrets. Hard work. The players knuckled down. We increased the input in training. The players who were on the fringes, players who were coming back from injuries, needed to find a bit of fitness and sharpness and confidence. And once we had a wee bit of momentum, then I could see the dressing room spirit. Literally, I could literally see it lifting. And it augurs well when you have a good spirit in the dressing room. And the players were fantastic, you know. And for me, there wasn't. I don't think it's fair to single out individuals. I think the star was the squad because everybody played a part.
Let's go to the cup final. You say that everybody played their part. That day in particular, you could see the Rangers spirit that you're talking about coming out there. Even though you went down a couple of times in the game, was the confidence there in you that you were going to win it?
Yeah, I thought we played well, despite going down twice to Celtic, 1-0 then 2-1. I felt we've played it ever so well. We knew Celtic would be a big threat at the set pieces, which they duly were. And I thought it's a shame if we don't win this, because we have played really good football. And I felt we controlled the game reasonably well. But the faith that we had in the players, and certainly the backing we got from the fantastic support, I think prevailed and won it for us in the end.
You mentioned the supporters there. You've raised their expectations again. You know, you've got the season coming up in just a short time again. How'd you go forward?
Well, expectation levels here at Rangers are that we win every game we play in, that we win every trophy we compete for. And that's an expectation that sits comfortably with me here at Rangers. I know that we have the resources certainly to be powerful on a Saturday. And I'm aware also of the pressures that go with that. But if I didn't want to handle those pressures, I wouldn't be in the first place. I think that's part of the motivation and part of one of the reasons that drives you to try and be a winner. And you know, to have 2 pieces of silverware there already, as you say, it raises expectations, and the fans will be demanding 3 next year at least, or certainly the championship, and we'll give it everything.
So there it is. I hope you've enjoyed 2 hours of fantastic Rangers action. Until we meet again to celebrate another chapter in the history of great Rangers triumphs, is goodbye from me, Derek Johnston.